One at a time.
Who it's from, what it's for, and what
Get your sweat rag out.
There's Marky Mark.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting of the Hancock County Board of Commissioners to order. Today is December 16th, and the time is 8:02. This meeting is being recorded and streamed for public viewing. By participating, you're acknowledging that your image, voice, and comments may be captured and made publicly available. This meeting's also been properly noticed in accordance with Indiana Code 5-14-1.5. Let the record show a quorum of commissioners is present. The commissioners are open for business. We'll now proceed with our agenda. And at this time, I'd like to invite everybody in attendance to stand with us and join us for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. And if we can get a motion to approve our minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for 12/1/2026, our regular meeting, and the 12/9/2025 executive session.
Second. There's a motion on the floor and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Now for our county highway engineer, county highway update.
All right, good morning. Good morning. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Good morning.
And we'd like to thank, we're going to do bid openings today for our annual bids. I'd like to thank all the contractors and providers and vendors who, some of them showed up, for taking the time to place bids with us. What I'll ask Gary is that you open the bids, say who it's from, what it's for as best you can, and an item, and then we'll have my crew go through them. And then I'll continue the meeting as they're assembling all the bids, and then we'll come back, make sure the bids are complete, and then we'll go with the lowest bid. All right, okay. So we can begin.
Gary, before we do anything, can we acknowledge a really super person in the room today?
Sure.
Mr. Paul Durham in the back, who really is the brains behind your operation. We all know it. He just got awarded an award from the Indiana County Commissioners, and acknowledging him as the 2025 Road Supervisor of the Year. So, Mr. Durham, thank you.
Back left in green shirt. He looks very tired. He's been plowing all weekend.
We appreciate your quiet strength and leadership out there in the highway garage, and thank you again for all that you do for the community.
You're the best.
Thank you.
He's the one that actually does the work, so.
We're clear. We're clear.
All right, carry on.
This is from Indiana Traffic Services LLC, and it's for line paint. It says yellow and white.
We should say.
Oh, okay.
20 cents for yellow and 21 cents.
Okay, this is joint and crack sealant. Price is $1.44 per. Total price $141,020.64 from, this is HSC Pavement Maintenance. This is for gasoline and fuel. It is from Country Mark Refining and Logistics, and that is quantity is 120,000 gallons, and it's at 2.1563 per gallon, is the way I read it. So, got that? Fine, okay. This is from DC Construction Services. And this is seal joints and cracks. Let me see if I can find a price here. Right there, $139,062.02. So. This is from Hoosier Pride Excavating. This is, I don't know exactly what it's for, other than excavating. That? Oh, equipment rentals, okay. Just a second, trying to find a price. Here you go, here's all back here. Just a small dozer, it'd be $85 an hour. This is from Edco General Contractors.
Who was it?
Edco, EDCO. Bid for joint and cracks. And it's $1.29 is per, what is that actually for? Per linear foot, okay. $330 even. So. Where'd that come from? I don't know. In there. This is from Crossroads Street Sweeping. Street sweeping is at $10,250. And it's $205 per price per center line mile. Oh, wow. What's that? They got a whole materials bid for pipe, and it's from Civilcon Design, Supply, and Build. And what do you want to do? Just 12-inch pipe
16 gauge, 12-inch pipe.
is a 1563, and alternate galvanized 1563. Alternate price is $16.88. Polymer price is $23.99. This is from Leonard Excavating. Small dozer, $125 an hour. This is from, there it is from Precision Contractors, and it is for street sweeping, $195 an hour. This is from Accurate Striping Incorporated. It is for $23,000. This is from Valley Asphalt.
Right.
And give me a price of something here in just a second. Okay. Base mixtures, 25 millimeter is $62.25 per. New Point Stone Company. That's for rock. Is that what it? Okay. Stone. That, okay, 53, number 53 is $13.90 per unit per ton. Oh, yeah. And now what is it? Triple already? This is from US Aggregate. AW 300 is $147 per. This is from Oglesby Construction Incorporated. For pavement markings, line paint, yellow, line paint, white. Quantity, or look, total price $19,983.88 for yellow and $29,800 for white. This is from Gridlock Traffic Systems. Yellow paint, line paint is $30,847.60. White paint, $68,000. This is from BLC Outdoor Services. Okay, hang on just a second. Find it here. Back here. We'll just go excavator. It'd be $170 per hour. This one is from Aeromark Company LLC. White paint and yellow paint. Yellow is $18,776.80. White will be $39,000 even. This is Aeromark Company again, LLC. Street sweeper, it is $515 per center line mile. Bless you. I just got over it. And this is from Aeromark again. Joint and crack sealant. There. What's this right here? Nope. There we go. Pavement marking. Total amount contract, 2,505,000. Total? Okay, let's find it. Yeah. This is from Skuldeller Construction. Joint and crack sealant. Total is $136,124.09. Last. Went quicker than I thought it would. Oh, Lord. We got more, eh?
We just started.
Okay. Total bid, this is from Pavement Solutions, and total bid is $148,855.12. Thank you. Make a motion to enter these bids in and have the county commissioner and his team review and bring back the winners.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we take these bids in under advisement. The county highway engineer will review them and give his results back to county commissioners. All those, or any discussion, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
And for those who came in for the bids, as soon as the team has those tabulated, they'll come out out here, so you don't have to waste all day waiting for us to get back into the meeting, but we can at least let you know what the apparent low bidders were. Again, thank you for your time putting those together. CCMG, we were awarded $176,000, so we didn't get our full award, but a lot of people did not get awards this year. It was obviously shrunk, which you knew was coming. It's a side effect of Senate Bill 1 and the Mid-States project.
Did we see a little more shrinkage with local government other than municipal government? I thought I saw like a trend towards municipals or smaller towns getting a little bit bigger award this time than.
I don't know if I'd say it that way. I would say people that didn't get a lot of awards in the past, they tried to give them awards. Because we've gotten a full 1 million, 1.5 million each year, usually every single year. Mm-hmm. And you see like Hamilton County got nothing. Like a lot of people that have received a lot of awards didn't get awards this time. Trying to spread it around a little bit.
Right.
So that would make sense, though, because a lot of the smaller towns aren't able to bid on those. It's hard for them to get the bids together, so that might be true. There are two COs for the jail. The project's nearly complete, but I believe that the auditor's office needs a motion to approve those. One is CO2 for cable removal. So this is written here on your thing. So you're probably need to make a motion to pay those so that the auditor's office can get those paid. Now, did we have a home for those to be paid from was another problem. Because the Geo Bond 21 is
already
expended. I think I recommend.
Envoy.
Correct. I think I was recommending 1001.31200. But they would need a motion to pay that from there.
But we're gonna have to do a transfer from utilities. From 3,500, $351,000 to 31.2. So if you'll make the motion to pay it, or motion to transfer that money and then pay it, that'd be great.
So I'll make a motion that we approve the transfer, the auditor to make the transfer funds from utilities to fund number 1001.31200 in what amount?
This amount's right here, 1,700, 791 for change order 1, and then the cable removal. You just read it as.
Okay, in the amount of $17,791.17 for change order 1 and $20,874 for change order 2.
Second?
So we've got a motion and a second on the floor to approve those two change orders. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
I believe Bernie was getting some of the stuff moved as we speak. I spoke with the Amplify team about, they're working on a shortcoming of money within the school districts for some of their equipment needs on the new Amplify project. With the successful bidding, we had a lot of good bidding on all our projects in the TIF area. So that money is still available. We don't have to go back to the taxpayer for it. We can still pay it from the factories. I'm recommending at this point, you advise your RDC board to pay for the furniture, $1.5 million total. So that's adding on top of what they were already going to get this year. And then we can offset those with the payments they were going to receive in future years. Those are just being advanced into this. So in essence, it's a loan, but they're paying for, we're advancing their future payments of $400,000 in the future into the 1.5 million, so they can purchase all the furniture and equipment they need to make sure all the students are ready to go this fall.
And the schools are good with that advance. They understand that.
They are good with that advance.
Ready for that to buy.
I think they like to have their money back, but I said, we'll talk to about it then. They'll be the first person not to get money if there's not enough. So
So you would like a motion from us to go to the RDC to make that?
this is more advisement when you're talking to the board, because the RDC will make that call.
Okay.
So you want a favorable recommendation from the commission?
Yes. So when you speak with them about that, let them know you're favorable with it.
All right, well, I would make that motion that we make a favorable recommendation to our RDC board to recommend them to go ahead and pay $1.5 million for the FF&E, school furniture for Amplify, understanding that the school line understands that it will be shorter for the next several years due to the payback of that money.
Second?
Motion and a second on the floor. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Yes,
Where were we paying that out of?
the RDC,
Be 4616.
Thank you.
So at some point, we'll have to make a motion to increase the allocation we make for the schools, that 1.5. So when I talk to the RDC board, I'll mention that we're going to have to do an additional appropriation. So that money won't be available until February. We'll have our January meeting. I'll recommend the increase. And if they accept it, then it'll advertise, and then in February, the appropriation will be increased. Now, what's predicating that, as I'm talking about, we had some successful letting. We kind of stole some ideas from Hendricks County, able to save us about $3.5 million on our construction out there, which I was scared of because it was much higher than we were anticipating already. I don't know, we'll be able to pull the same tricks to me because our peers will figure out what we did. But what that does, for 2026, you can see here, that used to be $5 million for our segment F, which we just let. It's going to be a lot less than that now. So that lowered that expense. Mark Witzman said that the McCordsville expense for the roundabout, $3.1 million, will be later on in June. And further down here, you can see I put it in yellow because it's not approved by the RDC yet. That's increased to $1.5 million. That was at $300,000. So we'll be increasing their allocation by, we've reduced 2.5 and we're going to increase that by 1.2 on top of that. Just so you know what the money's doing here. Our risk sheet, here's how many years out. So I still have some issue here in year 7. This is the low 95th percentile. Here's our average here, we're above. And our high average here is over 10 million. We have some risks about 7 years from now with the spending plan, but it's still within the 90% band you'd like me to stay in. You were still at 91%. Standing on that. And that was predicated, we were hoping to end this year at a smidge higher number, but here we are. We're hoping to end around 7.2, we ended up 6.6. But with our bids and stuff coming down, that's offset. We're sometimes right about revenue and sometimes right, we're never right. But we have a band where we know about how right we are, and that's how they're fitting into that. So I don't think you're at any heavy risk. The risk will manifest in years 2031 and 2032, our current spending rate. I'm trying to keep track. We got planned out to 2044. I just want to make sure we can make decisions today that can hurt us far in the future, but we're Hoosiers, right? We're balanced budget people, so there's your risk level. We're also not cowards. We have to take some risks. So I think 90% is what this board was comfortable with, and that's where you land. All right. Moving on. And I hope Steinmeier letting goes well, because I know there's a utilities project, but we won't know that until next month. That will let in January. But that comes out of cum cap. That's not out of low. That comes right out of the regular county fund. So mid-January, we'll have some news on that. The 600 West Roundabout landscaping was delayed because we're snow plowing and it's really cold. So we'll wait to do that when it's a little better weather.
Just an update too with that roundabout. Thanks for putting that in. My daily drive has normally been 300 south to county line down to US 52. And you would wait during school times, probably 7 minutes or so, to try to enter that traffic queue. Now it's just a pump on the brakes, less than 30 seconds to get around that and go through. So it's been a great help to traffic in that area, 300 south and 600 west.
Certainly, I appreciate that, Bill. I'll make sure the guys know that. It certainly helped with capacity and a lot with safety, because it was kind of hair-raising there. We're going to re-up. So our dash cam and GPS is flaky, and that's mainly how we track our snow plowing and stuff like that. So we might need to, we're exploring some different options there. It's hard to be blunt. It's hard. The guys are good. They'll make sure they get all their stuff, but having the GPS work is kind of key for us. So we'll be circling back on that probably February. So we're going to hit it hard this December, but Mother Nature decided we need to be plowing instead. So
Till Thursday when it's 50 and it's all melting.
during Christmas, it's a great time to get technicians.
Right.
So that's been delayed. We're all right. We'll keep plowing. We might have some misses, but the public's really good about letting us know if we miss something. So. Marshland, I misspelled that. So there's some marshland north of Bridge 71 that is, they're buying, that's the word 9 Stars, dedicating some land. DNR, when I calculate the flow that goes under my bridge, we're only allowed to use storage when they're doing that hydraulic calculation on land that we own. So a nice side effect is that that Bridge 71, and there's an old rail bridge north of that we're trying to secure some right-of-way on. This kind of fortuitously fell upon us. I would like permission to spend $1,000 for the closing costs. They're donating the millions of dollars of land, but to donate to provide out of the bridge fund, because it's kind of a nested use, to pay for, I think it was $1,000, I think $800 some dollars of fees, but I need an approval for that, for the auditor to disperse funds for the closing of the park from the Cume Bridge Fund.
Yeah.
That sound about right?
Yeah, it does. I just wanted to make sure. I think now that you, Miriam, in your email explained.
Yeah, that
we
wasn't
could
clear
use
before,
it.
yeah.
I just, because, if it was for a
That's your
bridge or
job,
the land,
yes.
so.
Make sure that's memorialized. We need to make sure that's memorialized, so when they look at that expense, they can say, all right, it's doing for a DNR flow calculation for Bridge 71.
Okay.
I just need your support.
I make a motion that we allow Gary to pull from the Cume Bridge Fund approximately $800 to $1,000 for closing costs for donated land.
Second.
To support Bridge 71's.
For Bridge 71.
Hydraulics.
Okay.
Any discussion? I'd just like to add, I think this is a good idea. I mean, it's part of what the issue is here with Potts Ditch. If there was a local government that owns some storage area and property, we would be without the issue. So it makes sense for us to do this, and it'll help that calculation. So any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
In a similar measure, we have 25,000 for the Skillman area, which is where the Pennsy Trail may end up going. I'm not sure if that bridge will be useful or not, but there was some right-of-way work done for that. It was a Pennsy Trails effort. They failed, but we did spend the money on the stuff in an attempt to get that right-of-way secured so we could analyze that bridge if it was useful or not. Similar, I would like to pay that at a Cume Bridge because it's a bridge.
So
Total
I
was
don't have a
again
number
what?
for that. It's
You
the
don't?
old,
Okay.
it's the old Pennsy Bridge over Sugar Creek for a total of 25,000, no more than 25,000.
make a motion to approve the $25,000 for the bridge over the Pensy Trail.
That's over Sugar Creek.
Yes, or I mean Sugar Creek on Pensy Trail.
Second.
Been a motion and second on the floor. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
And that will be the end of our work. All the rest of that work's going to be done through my department. So Pennsy Trail can focus on doing maintenance and things out there, but we'll be done doing any work with the Pennsy Trails of Hancock County for the near term until something else sets up. Commissioners Conference information. We do have some legal things going in with Senator Kreider. Obviously, with the redistricting, a lot of the oxygen was taken out of the room, so we're reinitiating our regular workday. So we're working with Mr. Kreider on several bills there to assist in some things. I was not able to get a champion for the corner cut bill, so I'll circle back on that later. Funding info, obviously we'll have to see how our funding situation shakes out on several different items. I'll let you know as that comes up. There's a lot of discussion about it, but a lot of it is trying to read the tea leaves. I can confidently say that I don't think anybody understands exactly what's going to happen. So what that means is we're going to be a little conservative because I don't know how much federal aid is going to come to Indiana for a lot of our projects. And obviously I'm doing $20 to $30 million of grants a year total. So that has an effect on us if those go down. As of now, everything's funded though. Bridges on 300 South, just to the west of New Powell, and 400 South, just to the east of New Powell, are closed. Though they should be closed for about 4 or 5 months till get them back open with the new stuff. They're actually still working, but it's been cold, so it slowed us down. We're hoping to get a good December month of work, and we're not, so it could delay it. Snow policy is posted. We might have to get a little thrifty on the salt. Obviously, this December has been almost like a January. We didn't plan on that, so I'll try to recut a new deal for that. If necessary, I'll circle back to the council for a reappropriation for some additional salt money if needed. Probably will be. That a problem will hit by February. I just don't want to wait till February till it hits, so we're going to work on it now. I do have 2 items I need surplused. These pieces of equipment have served us for a long time, and they're done. They're not working anymore. So I would need the 2 items listed on the bottom declared surplus so that we can sell them and get the money back to the taxpayer for whatever they're worth. They're probably scrap metal at this point, but not my stuff, not my money. I need to get back to the taxpayer so we can pave with it.
Well, I make a motion that we surplus 2000 tandem distributor Volvo WG64 bought in April of 2000 for $111,565. Last 4 digits of the VIN 0990. And the 2005 paver Caterpillar 2 AP655C bought in April of 2005 for $248,948.37. And the serial number to that is AYP00241.
Second.
It's been a motion and a second on the floor to surplus the items requested.
That's the first one.
Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Aye, motion passes.
Withdraw, barring any questions, I'll be back. I'm going to withdraw to the surveyor's office. We'll work on those bids. And then when I come back in here, we'll have those ready to go. If anybody from the bidders has any questions, I'll go out the back real quick. We can talk real quick, and I'll get out together. And as we're waiting, we'll pull it out the thing so you know if you won your apparent bid or not. Okay. Are any questions?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I know. We're just going to keep it going, right? Strengthening immune systems.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes. Gary, would you like your title too? We've signed it. Or does that go to, I didn't know if the auditor gets that or if you get that.
Yep, then it goes to Gary.
Okay. Yeah, it's been signed.
Change orders Gary had signed in, so I just.
Okay, sure.
No, that.
Corey Taylor, you want to come on up for a facilities update?
Thank you.
Morning, Corey.
Morning, ma'am. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
First item I've got for you is, with being down an employee, I've had to call on assistance from Feeney Snow Removal. I've provided for you an hourly rate per person for shoveling and salting of $100 an hour per person, $130 per plow truck per hour, and $150 per salt truck per hour. So I'm just requesting a signature on these, just making you guys aware that I am having to call on Feeney for assistance.
Make a motion to approve of the hourly rate for snow removal and salting that Corey has just mentioned.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We approve the contract between Vince Feeney and Hancock County with the hourly rates listed for the winter help for the 2025-2026 snow season. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Next item I've got for you is a couple quotes from Electrical Solution Services. First quote is for the Highway Department Maintenance Garage. They have some need for some cord reels, LED high bays, a couple strip fixtures, and then supplying the electrical and wire and conduit that's needed to get these items for a total of $5,747.18. My request is that it get approved, but it be under the understanding that it comes from facilities maintenance budget for next year. It will not be done or invoiced until after the first of the year. So it would come from the 26
So these
facilities
bids are for
maintenance.
the same thing, you're just taking the lower bid.
No, there's actually two separate quotes for two different things.
Oh, two different things.
So we just need to approve the quote for the recommended service. We won't be paying for it until 2026.
From the 2026 facilities maintenance budget line.
Okay.
Okay. Make a motion that we approve this bid for $5,747.18 for electrical work to be paid out of the 2026 facility maintenance budget, and it will be paid after the first year.
Second.
Motion and a second on the floor. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Next item I've got for you is this is for the Quonset hut at 601 West Osage, the property that our tenant vacated that we now are looking to utilize that space for weights and measures. He's got some equipment that he needs to keep stored, at least undercover. There's no electrical, there's no plumbing. We're fine on the plumbing. The quote that I've presented is to get some power ran to that building. There's a gantry in there that can be utilized by myself, the highway department, any of the departments to be able to utilize, but we just need to get some power in there. So the quote from Electrical Solution Services is to put 100 amp service, add some convenience outlets, and add some lights
Okay.
for a total of $7,968.66. And again, I would request that this one come from the 2026 facilities maintenance budget.
Make a motion to approve the bid from Electrical Solutions Services for electrical work to be done in the Quonset hut on Osage, and it's for outlets, adapters, 100 amp services, just a basic, more or less needs for storage and stuff like that. And that it, as presented by, and it'd be paid out of the, after the first year, out of the facilities maintenance budget.
Second.
It's been a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thanks, Corey.
Last item I've got for you is a proposal. So the French drains that were put in with that install, they placed two pumps. Those pumps need to be tied in to discharge. So this quote is from PDF Mechanical to tie that plumbing into the two. Got two sump pump pits. To run PVC, inch and a half PVC, schedule 40. Install check valve discharge, inch and a half PVC. And insulate PVC fiberglass insulation. This total is $14,354.91.
Can we pay for that, Deb, out of our 2025 bond?
I don't remember, do you have the appendix for the 2020?
That was gonna be my request, is to see if it could come from Geo Bond, if there's bond money available, or drawing a blank.
Well, I think the previous bonds have all been committed. So this would be the only one. I want to say that last,
2025 was actually building maintenance and stuff like that.
there was a section for that.
Yeah, I
For
think at
maintenance.
number 4 on your exhibit allows you to do that.
To be
I
paid
just
out
couldn't remember.
2025 bond.
I would agree with that, too.
Okay. So we'll pay it out of that.
Okay, make a motion to approve the bid or the estimate for services to run 1.5-inch Schedule 40 PVC pipe to 2 sump pumps to 2 6-inch cast iron drains using 1.5-inch pipe. They're going to actually insulate the PVC with 1/2-inch fiberglass insulation. Total amount is $14,354.91 as presented, to be paid for out of the 2025 GEO bond.
Second.
Then a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Just to make you aware, I'll have to have an electrical quote done as well. I'm out of power in the basement, so that entails adding a panel, which is gonna drive the cost up a little bit. But there will be the additional cost of getting power, which is,
To those pumps.
will be coming to you hopefully with next commissioner meeting. But I'm working on getting quotes for that. The last thing I've got is, I wanted to see your guys' opinion on designating an area for county vehicles in our lot here. Vehicles are kind of all over. I'd like to try to mitigate risk of plowing into one of the vehicles parked. So with your permission, I'd like to use the southeast corner, designate an area for Hancock County vehicles to be parked, and add some signage.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Keeps them out of the way anyway.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Yeah, I have one thing, and I sent a letter to Scott yesterday, but we've reached out to Indiana Foundation, have not heard back from them in the last 10 days, and we just directed him to craft a letter to have them respond and, see what their plan is to just mitigate, clean up what's left over down in your basement.
Okay,
But to continue on with Service Master and direct them to make sure that the clerk's cage gets cleaning first out of all
Okay.
that, and we'll see what resolution we get from the letter. But that's just, let you know, that's ongoing.
so go ahead and proceed with Service
Yes.
Master.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. All right, thank you.
Thank you. What,
I just want to just clarify, we talked yesterday about the BCR, Buckeye Construction place, and you,
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I feel like I saw an email come in after you said, yeah, we were okay, so are we still good to go ahead and pay?
Yes, the email that I responded to was from Envoy on the
Oh, okay, good, I just want to make sure.
23 East Main. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, this is one for the masonry repairs at the courthouse.
Oh, I
Buckeye
did
for the
not respond to that
1.2.
one. That one is okay to pay, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I did not respond to that one yet. I apologize.
Do we need to do anything with that Buckeye invoice? Then that's out of,
It's out of the 2023 bond, you've already
Yes.
approved it. If you want to go ahead and make a motion, just since I brought it up, that'd be fine.
okay.
So it's, here, I'll let you have that so you can take a look at it.
you said it's already been approved? Or has there been a motion on it?
I believe you approved the
Allocated.
quote, or it was allocated and it was part of that project, but this is a payment that's made. It's a pretty substantial payment.
Make a motion to approve the payment for the 23 GO bond, 2023 GO bond for Buckeye Construction for the Hancock County Courthouse masonry repairs in the amount of $122,038.89 as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Sign it, whatever.
Sign it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.
Bernie.
Bernie Harris with the Cisco contract. Hey, good morning.
Scott left. We had decided to implement a Cisco ICE program. What it is it identifies all the hardware on our network so we can tell who it is. We need help getting the framework in place, and we're trying to contract with SHI Systems to help us get this framework in place. And it's just professional service. They'll log in and help us set up all the framework in the system for that. Once we get that in place, we can add devices and so forth and so on. We've already been approved by the fund, so we have a contract before we need to sign between us and SHI.
Does that need to be reviewed by Scott? then?
Scott has looked at it
I did.
just
I
now.
looked at it and, I don't see any issue with that, Bernie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'd like to start this in January, probably toward the end of January, start this project off. So if we could get that, from that and get it back to them, we'd like to do that.
Just a second here. Trying to,
It's on the
I'm looking for a dollar amount.
34, third page, I believe.
Oh, it's on the third page? Okay. Sorry, I don't see a price on the third page.
Is it 34,320?
Was it-
That's page 9 of 12.
No problem. Janine, go ahead and make the motion.
Oh, okay.
You already found it, I didn't.
I make a motion that we accept the bid and engage with SHI International Corp. To assist with the implementation of Cisco's Identity Service Engine, ISC, in their wired environment. The customer currently has ISC implemented, leveraging ISC-PIC in their network environment consists of murky access points in the amount of not to exceed $34,320.
Second.
Is that an annual fee,
So it's a one-time fee.
one-time fee?
One-time
And
fee.
is that out of the IT budget, or is that
It's
out
out
of?
of, what was that? Shoot. Beverage, they
Council approved it
Council
for
approved
food,
it out of-
food and beverage.
Okay. All right, so there's a motion and a second on the floor to approve the SHI agreement presented by our IT director. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
I have one other thing that I don't have the paper. I had a
Oh, come on,
I had
Bernie.
equipment failure this morning. Our UPS is going to be up for maintenance renewal in January. $5,400 for that. I'll get that paperwork to you, but $5,400 for the, typically that's paid out of building maintenance type things. So,
Okay, okay.
so it's protecting the county data, so it's something we need, so.
Thank you. Got it.
Thanks,
Got
Bernie.
it. Thanks for the update. Mike Gibson with the Prairie Farms Minor Sub right-of-way dedication. Thanks for your patience this morning. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Requesting a right-of-way dedication for the Prangy Farm minor sub. It's located at 7759 West Steinmeier Road. The right-of-way acreage is 0.243,
It's half right away,
half right-of-way, and so 50-foot half right-of-way.
50-foot half right away.
As soon as, yeah. You want to do the motion?
Go for it.
Okay.
I can't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Make a motion that we approve the 50-foot, one-half right-of-way for Prang Farm minor subdivision as presented.
Second.
There's been a motion and a second on the floor to approve the right-of-way dedication presented. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Well, quick and easy.
And it was just the one page we had to sign then, right? Okay, great, great. Hey, Merry Christmas. Kayla Brooks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Two items to discuss this morning. Which one would you like to start with?
Did you get my email as far as this one here?
I did.
Has it been corrected?
It has not been revised. It certainly can be if you want it to.
Then we'll
Typically,
just hold this till next month or the next meeting? Till it gets corrected?
we are getting close to that 90-day mark. We can definitely add it and, let's see.
Because I know that was part of the original agreement for them to replace if they died.
We could definitely add that in, even just by printing it on as an additional
Okay.
number, if that works and doesn't hold this up.
We're okay to add that to that amendment then. We're just adding a line in there there's something about trees.
Yeah, they actually agreed to put it on their ground and all that, but they needed to replace them if they die. And it's not in here.
We could approve it contingent
Contingent
upon
on
the
that.
changes.
And are they aware of the,
I'd go ahead and just move forward with her presentation, because there's things in here we didn't agree to. We never agreed to have it on our ground. And I think that needs to be part of the discussion going forward.
But that was the original, you want to come up and,
Well, yeah, so if she wants to let her do the introduction.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
well, let's address the first. It sounds like there may be additional issues there. And I was gonna ask if they were aware of the fact that that wasn't in there and needed.
And they're saying there's other things there's not there,
Yeah.
so.
We'll wait till everybody
Okay.
has an opportunity.
Okay, all right, so let's start with good and ground maintenance then. So the proposed amendment to the zoning map would rezone approximately, I think it's 8.5 or 9 acres from CN to CC, so commercial neighborhood to commercial community. This is located at 3859 and 3863 West US 40 in Sugar Creek Township. This property was a contractor's storage yard prior to Mr. Gooden purchasing it in 2018. It was owned by the Mattingly family. And so at that point, it was a non-conforming use being taken over by a non-conforming use, like for like. Mr. Gooden's been doing very well with his business and now would like to build a office warehouse combination on the north side of the parking lot, on the north side of his property, which is near US 40. I believe I included my staff presentation as part of your email document on Friday. So as part of that process, it was recognized that this is a non-conforming use at this point. In order to expand a non-conforming use, you need to get it legal, more or less. So that brought us to the process of rezoning the property and then also getting a special exception to allow a contractor's storage yard at this location, even though it already has existed for many years. To expand it, you have to rezone it and get that special exception. Through that process, it was recognized that the Pennsy Trail now goes along the south side of the property in the back, which is on the opposite side of the property as the improvement that Mr. Gooden would like to install, but it is still adjacent to his property. In an effort to better maintain the railroad bed, Mr. Gooden did remove vegetation, which was a lot of Japanese honeysuckle, which is an invasive. However, the fact that the Pennsy Trail is newly installed in that area also then gives trail users very clear view of the back of his storage yard. The Plan Commission and the BZA, in their findings and conditions, did want to see screening restored in some way. And that's what's gotten us here today. The Plan Commission was in favor of rezoning the property to commercial community. It makes more sense use-wise, really works better for this location as it doesn't have access currently to water or sewer. So the use makes a lot of sense at this location, the rezone to commercial community. What we've come down to is really how to handle the area that is adjacent to the Pennsy Trail and how to address that. That is when we ended up with the commitment that was attached to the ordinance that I sent you yesterday and also sent to Eric Glasgow, Mr. Gooden's attorney, in which I'm sure he has some more to talk about with you. And that's kind of where we ended up today. Both the Plan Commission and the Board of Zoning Appeals have more or less put this in your lap as the commissioners to decide the appropriate commitments to go along with this rezone at this time. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, I got one. They're saying there's things in there that they did not agree to. How did we come up with those, and how did, if they've not agreed to them, why are they in here?
At this point, the commitment is something that is, that has not been, reviewed by Mr. Glasgow. He received it yesterday, probably needs more time to review it. It is a commitment that could be recorded, I believe, separately from the zoning ordinance. It could be, this has to be recorded before all of this proceeds. But certainly, certainly we want him to be comfortable with the document, with what's in the commitment.
What's the 90-day deadline?
End of this month, I
We have a
believe.
meeting on the 30th, correct? Does that meet the 90-day?
Not, no. I believe the 26th would be 90 days. If it's continued, if they are still working with it, does that count toward kind of staying that 90-day limit?
It's possible that that would, in fact, because both sides are still working through it. I think the board would be able to agree to that, but that's up to them.
I'd be open to it because we are still working on it. We're not just sitting on it, so I mean.
And I feel like that if their legal counsel just got this yesterday as well as us, there's probably some time they would like to dig into that a little bit more than just, hey, come to a meeting today and get this figured out today.
So
I
it
just
kind of
didn't.
be what we call like a tolling agreement in a sense, if both sides are in agreement with that.
Okay, so we'll just hold on to this and you can work it with their attorney and Scott.
Do we need a motion to that, or do we need to ask their legal counsel if you're okay with
I think
that?
we should
Because
hear
normally,
from them,
if
too.
if you're not done within 90 days, it automatically reverts to what the planning commission's recommendations are. Yes, just come up, state your name and who you are.
Yep, Eric Glasgow with the firm Stevenson Rife here on behalf of Good and Ground. I'm fine with the tolling agreement. I think one of the problems that we've run into, we being Kayla and I, is we kind of get an idea of what we think's gonna be acceptable. We go in front of a board or a commission, we get pushback. And then we work on something else, we go in front of another board or commission, we get different pushback. And so then we've met, Commissioner McDaniel walked the site with us. We've had somebody from the engineering department walk the site with us. We thought we kind of had something that might be workable. Obviously, I think the main thing was, I don't know that I don't think that we agreed to have the trees on our property because of the proximity to the fence and the potential of it causing issues with the
Well,
fence that's back
the
there.
engineer is the one that come up with that to be on their property.
yeah.
Simply on just the edge, because we can't get rid of the rock.
Yeah, well, and the rock goes almost all the way to the fence.
Well-
The bow, and that, so.
But there's enough room there to put trees.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's rooms to put trees anywhere, but when you're wanting 30-foot trees, 25, 30-foot trees, and you put them within, 15, 17 feet of a fence, they can get into the fence and cause issues.
I think
But-
part of the problem may be too in the county's area is that we would probably not want to plant trees in our right of way because there's always the
We might get in
possibility
there.
of the expansion of the Pennsy Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and I think, so there's obviously a lot to kind of go into this.
So
So
that's why I
initially.
think it would be better
Yeah,
for you
and that's
guys
why
to just-
I'm saying I don't know that, I mean, we can do a tolling agreement, but if it's Kayla and I sit down and discuss and come up with something, and then the engineer doesn't like it, or you don't like it, and, initially this started with, Kayla and I's conversation was landscaping wasn't really an issue because this is a building on the northwest portion of this property. This is not an expansion of the storage yard or anything like that beyond what's being used. This is him building a building to move his operations, his office, out of a old ranch-style house that's on the property to a nicer building with a nicer conference room that they can have some training and some stuff like that. And historically, the county has not, when they've done something like that, they're bringing a prior non-conforming use or a legal non-conforming use into conformity by, rezones and getting the special exceptions. They haven't required landscaping in the area that's not being changed.
The reason the landscaping was required because he took out the blind for the trail without our permission.
Okay. Well, this
That's why it
is
is.
the very first time that that's been said. So, I mean, like.
No, he cleared out the Pennsy Trail blind, the foliage that kept the trail, the people on the trail from seeing.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I know there was some that was removed when the Pennsy Trail was put in. I know he removed some from his property. Whether he went across or not, I'm not aware of. He's here, he could talk about it. But once again, this is what I'm kind of getting at. This is the very first time that we've been told we're doing this as punishment.
It's not
For
for
that.
punishment.
Well, you just.
It's just replacing the blind that was there.
Yeah, and it raises another concern because we're looking for screening. We're now being told, well, you can't plant evergreens. We all know that because we've got 5-6 feet of railroad ballast underneath there. It's not going to support it.
Yeah,
So we're
they're
doing
shallow.
deciduous trees, which aren't screening and won't be for 20, 25 years. So, and it's a substantial amount of money. Initially, it was going to be the highway has extra dirt. They can bring you some. And we thought there'd be some. When we met with the engineer, he said, maybe we've got, less than what was initially thought. Maybe we've got 1, maybe 2 triaxle loads. Now it says that we can request it. We're not guaranteed to get it. So now we're
But
having
the
to bring
thing
in
is
dirt.
because he may not have it. I mean, it's.
I completely understand. But I think we get to the point where these conditions are a denial. They become cost prohibitive. It's now going to be a $50,000, $100,000 job because if they're going to do it, it should be done right, which is kind of one of their things. It's like if you're going to plant stuff on the Pennsy Trail, one, should we get rid of the invasive species? And we can call it foliage, but it's invasive species. That's what's there. And that was what was being removed. We've also been told there's going to be no maintenance on what we plant, that the highway department doesn't want to do any maintenance along the Pennsy Trail, and that's fine, So a lot of this is us trying to reach some kind of middle ground, and it just keeps getting pushed back on cost-wise to Gooden to where it's a substantial undertaking. If he just did the plants, if he just did the trees and the shrubs, the
He just
ornamental.
did the trees on his property on the southern side of the fence. What's the issue there?
Well, I think the issue there was the size, and we don't think they're going to survive. We don't think that the ground the amount of soil that's there with the railroad ballast underneath it is conducive. It's definitely not for evergreen. We don't think it's conducive for deciduous either. And, you know, maybe not so much a question of if, but when. And if that when happens to be when they're 20 feet tall, you either have them falling onto the Pennsy Trail or you have them falling onto our fence. And there is ample public record here that indicates we don't think they're going to survive. So if they fall on the Pennsy Trail and hit a person, what does that do? You know, and if we think they're not going to survive and fall on our fence, we're just, you know, setting us up for, you know, possibly damaging equipment if it gets equipment that's on the property or the fence itself. So we have some concerns. We've been trying to work with Kayla. You know, Commissioner McDaniel, we're trying to work through this. Like I said, I don't think there's things in there we didn't necessarily agree to. This is our first chance to look at it. I think we need to figure out where the trees, if they're going to be on our property or their property. But I think the bigger concern.
In the next 2 weeks is enough time to sit back and say, hey, here's where we are? Or?
I mean, yeah, possibly. But I think the bigger concern is, you know, why is this being done? Because it's not so much screening now, other than it could be, you know. But when we talk, the other thing to consider here is the Pennsy Trail is about 18 feet of slope above good and ground maintenance, which is why when we talk about there not being screening when we plant these trees, for them to get to mature, if you did the fastest, which is a blaze, you know, you're looking at close to 20 years for that to get to maturity, which would be 20 feet high, which is where you may actually get some screening at that point. So we're talking decades away from getting there.
Depending on what size of tree you plant with, originally on.
Yeah. And it's got to be something that's going to be able to be supported on how much topsoil, how much soil are we getting back there? So there's still a lot of uncertainty about the logistics of how this works, let alone, you know, what the actual terms of a commitment might be. Do we get there in 2 weeks? I don't know. And is it something that Kayla and I can get figured out, or is it going to involve you, engineers, other parties?
Well, for us, though, to receive something yesterday and I don't think it's fair for us to try to make any kind of decision on that today, even though the decision may be the same we would have made today if we, got to the end of that road. So I'm just trying to ask if you think maybe the next 2 weeks is enough, or do we need to extend into January?
I think we could look at trying to get it done in 2 weeks, and if that just doesn't happen, we could look at extending it into January.
I would recommend you just do a 30-day tolling.
30-day tolling? 30-day, or 30, how about?
Realistically, you've got the holidays and everything.
But can we make that instead of the 30 days, like the date of our commissioner meeting, that's the next closest out, so that way if anybody has to come up and say, oh, public notice, you said you gave us 30 days, but you made a decision in 27 days.
That's your discretion.
Okay, so by, with the 6th, we may be pretty busy.
The 6th wouldn't be near 30 days.
And it wouldn't be 30, it wouldn't be the 30 days. So the 20th is the next meeting date that would come. It's going to give them more than 30 days, but it's.
But it gives them 30 days.
Right. So are you good with the 20th, the meeting on the 20th?
Sure.
So I can get a motion to approve the tolling agreement between
Good and ground maintenance.
Good and Ground Maintenance in Hancock County to agree upon the next meeting date to potentially resolve this issue would be January 20th of 2026.
Is that in the form of a motion? Would you like one?
I could make that. I'll just make that a motion
second.
and just. Okay, there's a motion on the floor. Any additional discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. So we'll continue to work with you to try to come up with some agreement before the 20th as well.
Excellent.
Okay?
Thank you.
Can we get a break really quickly?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just a motion to recess.
Motion to
Oh,
recess.
finish with Caleb. Like to.
Okay, let's finish with you, Kayla, then. We'll take a break, sorry.
All right. I had one other item, which was the reimbursement of the American Citizen Planner course for our Plan Commission President Mike Long. This was I included the handout for this program, which is run through Purdue University Extension. As you can see, it was a commitment that Mike made to further educate himself in planning and zoning matters by taking and passing the exam for this course. So I would ask for his course fees of $200 to be reimbursed if possible. I would do this out of my own budget. However, since Mike is not my employee, the auditor's office has let me know that that's not how this works and it needs to come to you guys and I suppose the council.
So, I'm sorry, so my office said that we couldn't reimburse you?
Not through my budget, because Mike is on a board that is,
He is not an employee.
Okay.
But he's been paid for planning meetings. And he's
So
actually,
what we actually need is we'll need a copy of the agenda and the meeting itself, notice, and then we just need a direction where you want us to pay it from. So I would
As
just
a
say.
commission, I think we've got a training line
Yeah,
that we could probably,
And if not, we can go ahead and do our end of the year budget transfers to pay that, but we would just need the appropriate documentation.
okay.
any issue with paying Mike Long reimbursing his $200?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. I do think the commissioners have a training fund. It
You do,
was
you
like
do,
$2,000 or
and
$3,000
that's where I
in
would think
there.
you would want it paid out of.
Right.
I'll make a
so-
motion that we allow the auditor to take $200 with the proper documentation, take $200 out of the commissioner's training line in order to repay a sitting board member for furthering his education for what he does for the county.
Second.
So a motion on the floor along with a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you.
And that is a good course, by the way. I don't know if it's offered up to everybody else on the planning commission, but it comes out annually, and I took it before I became a commissioner. I thought that was a great help to me, just being a novice, and
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, now.
Make a motion to recess for a couple of minutes?
Second. So we moved and seconded that we recess. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
That to her. It needs to be submitted with the claim for reimbursement. Yeah, that just, like when you do the claim form. It just needs to be attached to that.
Linked it today. Y'all are not used to sitting for very long. Yeah.
Call back to order our commissioners meeting. It looks like there's an update from County Highway on bids.
Okay, we've completed the aggregation of the bids. We have recommendations, as you see on the screen in front of you or to the audience up there. We have the results of the bids. Ryan will bring forward the bid in order. The first one, I'm recommending the green. It's your choice. I'm recommending you accept the bid in green and then sign. I've tabbed it for you. First one is street sweeper. The apparent or the winner was Precision Contractors at $195 a mile.
Make a motion to approve the contract or the bid for Precision Contractors for street sweeper, $195 per mile as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
The next item I should sign that is joint and crack sealing. I'm recommending the winner be
I need
Edco
it?
at $126,330.
Sorry, I missed that.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve accurate, stripes, Edco? Oh, Edco, okay, I thought you moved the line, that's what it was. So, Edco for crack sealing, for $126,330 as presented.
Second.
So motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. This is,
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
and this is the top. That goes over
Bigger.
the top.
Bigger
I'm
is
sorry,
better.
I messed that up. I'm just,
Go big or go home.
Next item I have is pavement markings. I'm going to recommend that we award to Accurate Striping for $36,143.76.
make a motion that we approve the bid for street striping for accurate striping for $36,143.76 as presented.
Second.
motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
That goes with that.
Okay.
Let's catch up for a second. Next item be for fuel. We had one bidder from Country Mark. I'm going to recommend we accept the fixed prices. They were less than, they were within 10% of the variable prices. I'm going to recommend we go with the fixed price of $2.32 per gallon for gasoline, $2.98 for fixed on-road diesel.
Okay, make a motion, we approve the bid for Country Mark for fuel at $2.32 for fixed gasoline and $2.16 or
$2.98.
$2.98 for
on-road
fixed on-road diesel.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, or we have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Go up. And that goes on top of it.
Check, make sure everything was signed. Next item is aggregate. We are recommending U.S. aggregate at $10.30 for U.S. or for number 53 stone.
Make a motion that we accept the bid for number 53 stone at $10.30 per ton. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Per ton?
Yes.
As presented through U.S. aggregates.
Second.
It's been a motion and a second on aggregates. All those in, or is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Next item we have is pipe materials. We only had one bidder for CivilCon.
Make a motion to approve the bid for CivilCon for piping at $15.63 for 12-inch pipe, as presented.
Second.
Been a motion and a second for pipe materials. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Next item we have is small equipment. That's line B2. We're recommending Hoosier Pride Excavating for that.
Make a motion that we approve the bid for Hoosier Pride Excavating for equipment rental at $85 per hour for a small dozer, as presented.
Second.
This motion on the floor for equipment rental. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Next item is heavy equipment rental. We're recommending Leonard be awarded.
Make a motion to approve the bid from Leonard Excavating for equipment rental for small dozer at $83 per hour, as presented.
Second.
Motion on the floor for heavy equipment rental. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
It's like Santa's little elves in here working. Everybody's doing something.
Yeah, it is. Assembly line there or something.
Last item we have is for HMA. We had one bidder. I'm recommending Valley Asphalt. They have the low bid, only bid, $62.25 for base.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve the Valley Asphalt for material and labor. It'll be asphalt at $62.25 per base, and then $67.25 for surface, as presented.
Second.
This motion on the floor for HMA. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Okay, Deborah, we'll scan all these and send them to you. We'll also post them for the public. They'll be on our website here. It'll probably take us a day or two to get all these scanned up on the website, along with the apparent bid results. And that'll be right where the bid tab is on our website. It'll be right where you looked at the bids. It'll be placed right there so you can
Thank
go
you.
through all the bids.
You're welcome.
I have no further business.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh,
Oh, yes.
I apologize. I do have some more business.
Yeah.
We haven't raised the permit fees. We haven't adjusted since I've been here. In front of you is a new set of permit fees, and I'll need a motion to amend ordinance. Do we just pass a new ordinance, 153? I have it on my. I thought I put that in. So Deborah, we need to amend 153.03B with this new menu of fees for, how do we go about that?
I think we probably need to have something drawn up, reference this number.
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Mike, I need you to send that. Scott, have not had it yet. Okay. Send it to, okay. Send the current,
It would just be styled an amended ordinance, and the original number would be on there.
got it.
And then we put the new number on it, and then you could introduce it, probably, you could suspend.
So send that information over to Mr. Binky. Actually, we just hand that down to him right now, and we'll get that for the next meeting. Or maybe not the next meeting. Are you going to have a meeting on the 30th? Is a question du jour.
That's your joint meeting. Council wanted us to find out if you still wanted to have the joint meeting or if you were going to.
They were of the mind to
Council
cancel.
said they would not be there. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah, council, there's not enough council members.
Okay.
We don't have to decide that right now. I don't want to put you on the spot right now.
Oh, no,
We won't have that on the next meeting, so don't worry about that. If you don't have it, it won't be there.
20th?
6th. That'd be the next meeting.
oh, the ordinance, his ordinance for the
Yeah.
6th? Yeah, that's a simple,
On the
yeah,
6th?
that's a simple.
Okay.
Because we still need to do did we ever complete the stop signs and speed limit? Did we ever finish that up?
I feel like
I thought we,
I think we need to finish that up too. That's been reviewed and everything. We just need to get that approved. So we'll do it all at the same time on the 6th or whatever
And your amendment to this permit fees is going to be effective as of 2026, correct?
yes.
Scott will take a look at that, and then we can get that on that next agenda.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
thank you and
thank
your
you.
team.
Merry
I'll
Christmas.
share that with them. We'll have a Merry Christmas. It's going to be warm over Christmas, so no clouds.
No snowstorm.
Please.
Okay.
Cost you guys $50,000 an inch.
King Crosby this year.
It's probably a little higher than that.
Yikes.
Okay, the next two groups on our agenda, TK House and Greenfield Church of God, are coming with recommendations from the council to receive opioid monies. And we're just going to have you come up one at a time and present yourself, and then we'll make a decision as soon as you've both presented and on monies. So TK House, go ahead and come on up.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
My name is Sandy Miller, and I'm a member of the board of the Talitha Coombe Women's Recovery House, and I am here because Linda Ostawig could not be here this morning. And I am here with Amy Burmeister. Do you want to introduce yourself, Amy?
Yeah, I'm the Executive Director for Partnership for Affordable Housing. We are assisting TK House on either a rehab or construction capacity. And our board has also voted to match a large part of any of the opioid recovery funds that they receive this year.
So you received a full application. Our plan is to rehab facilities so that we can have between 6 and 9 apartments for the women who leave the Talitha Coombe Recovery House. As I know you know, housing is very expensive in our city, and this will allow women an opportunity to have a lower rent period of time, up to 2 years, so that they can transition back into a normal world. So I'd be happy to answer what questions you have. As you know, on December 3rd, we made a full presentation to the council, and the council granted us $300,000 toward our $750,000 total budget to rehab these 6 to 9 apartments in concert with the Partners for Affordable Housing.
So they granted you an additional $300,000 in addition to this opioid money?
No, the $300,000 was from the opioid money.
Okay, I think it was just a recommendation to come
Yeah.
before the
It's
commissioners.
subject
It wasn't,
Subject to your approval, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Right.
just going to say, the record should reflect for today's, the council voted to recommend that the allocation be $300,000 for Talitha Coombe, $300,000 for the Greenfield Church of God, contingent on Board of Commissioners agreement. That was the motion made and voted affirmatively. So it is now in the hands of the.
Sandy,
Yes.
do you have property already?
We do not, because we did not have the funding yet. We looked at many, many properties during 2025, and either they were sold quickly and we did not have an opportunity to even come up with the funding, or they weren't really suitable for the project that we envisioned.
So part of the issue for TK is that they most sellers won't allow them to tie up a property for an undisclosed amount of time while they go either raise the funds or apply for the funds or what have you. So this will enable them to close, like actually take down, an existing property, and new construction is, as you know, that's been cost prohibitive.
And what is your match, your organization's
We're
match?
going to match a majority of about an 80% at 300 if.
And your goal is 750?
Our total goal is $750,000. And Talitha Coombe has about $200,000 set aside with the $300,000 of opioid money and the match from partners. We can see a very bright future for this transitional housing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Greenfield Church of God. Good morning. So far, so good.
Y'all ready for Christmas?
Are you ever ready for Christmas?
So we've come before you before and spoke about our project. We've got a little more advanced progression in that we have now blueprints. We own the land that we're going to put this on. He's going to come show you what we're looking at.
Okay.
This would be a duplex home that could house up to 8 men. So our focus is going to be on men transitioning from the Hancock County Jail. We're doing this in partnership with the Hancock County Sheriff, Burkhart.
Designed from early.
He's been working with us. We're going to continue those programs that they already have been in recovery within the jail. And we're going to bring these eight men at a time. So it's going to be a rotating basis depending on where they get. It's going to be affordable housing for them. We'll continue connecting them with resources to continue their recovery. And we will be a level 1 recovery home as we work through this process. We're very excited about this. And this opioid money actually will allow us to get rolling on construction.
I know you said you have the property. Do you have any other funds that you're going to put towards this?
We've already purchased the property.
Right.
So that was $150,000 that we purchased.
Okay, do you have
And then
any-
we are in the process of seeking funding elsewhere as well.
Okay. What do you estimate a double like that costs?
Our total project cost, we believe, is going to land, because we're going to furnish it completely, would be right around $450,000. So with the opioid monies, we're $150,000 out. So that really does tremendous for us toward the ultimate goal. We don't need the $150,000 above and beyond the opioid money to launch. We can nearly build the facility fairly closely. There's a couple of unknowns that we're dealing with, one of them being the septic system, because we've already met with the city waste treatment, and there's nothing close by. We would nearly spend $300,000 just to try to get them to us. So we're looking at mound systems now that we're going to have to do, and to see how all that shakes out for us. And then the fire department, I don't know if they would require us to have the electronic system that would alert them if there were a fire. That's the only two conversations I have not had as of yet. But outside of that, we're inside of where we need to be.
Is this a one-time ask?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is a
I mean, what's going to support it after, if you were to
They
get?
rent. They do pay rent, just like TK House, they pay rent. For us, we're going into this without any overhead. We don't owe for the property. Our goal is by the time that we cut the ribbon on the facility, property is complete, building is paid for. And our goal is to have this done before the sheriff leaves office. So we have a little bit of work to do, but our church is in full support. Matter of fact, we have a few folks from the congregation that are with us this morning. And we're excited about it. We're excited about the potential. And one of the things that I desire to do is, I've already talked with Anthony, a database to allow us to come back and just share with you the statistics. How well are we doing? Not just on a financial sense, but also on how are the men honestly doing? Do we have guys that are transitioning back into the facility, or are we really seeing some progress? And they claim, national statistics claim, that if the men have a place to go once they come out, the success rate is right around 80%. That's national. And that's our goal, is to give a kid back their dad, to give a wife back her husband. So we'll see what happens. That's our ultimate goal. We realize life's not perfect. We're going to deal with some things. But at the same time, for every success story that we have, for me, that's a celebration moment.
And when you think about it, cost-wise, the recidivism, it's about $100 a day to incarcerate someone. So, you think about an 80% success rate, something like this will pay for itself in no time.
If I get half, if I just do 50% out of those men, I give you back half your money. $35,000 per year per inmate is what I'm told from the sheriff's department, is what it cost us to maintain an inmate. I want to change the mindset from inmate to a resident, somebody who's actually connecting back into society and becoming a taxpayer, not a problem maker.
Yeah, and so this request is it's not a general operating support request.
No.
It's a capital request.
Yeah, just for capital, that's all we're asking. And it will maintain itself, the way that we have everything laid out. We don't come back and ask for operational funds.
Can I answer that?
Sure, you can answer their question.
So we've made up our board of business and heart, right? I'm the business side of it, so I'm white knuckling it over here that I don't feel like we've answered your question. So, Mr. Spalding, you've asked the question of where are the additional funds coming from? How are we going to on-go? We've split the business in two different parts. So the Church of God is getting the capital asset. Our nonprofit is going to run the day-to-day. And so we've got the congregation that it is a line item on our donation to be able to donate and fund this nonprofit. We're also working with other vendors, construction vendors, to see if we can get some offset of some of our costs as well. But the ongoing is it's going to be funded by the individuals themselves. And since the church owns the asset, the property tax, all of those funds will be paid by the church. And then the nonprofit will be, will be fronting the money on the front end for the gentleman to get started that first, couple of weeks, since they're not going to have anything coming out. And then they will be paying the rent at a minimal charge, being about, $200. We're estimating about $200 per individual right now.
No, she's wrong. It's actually $375 a month.
$375, thank you.
Yeah.
The numbers have changed, in all fairness, since our last meeting. So about $375 per individual per, and then that would help for the ongoing, the utilities, and obviously they'd have to pay for their own supplies.
And staff is volunteer.
They will be housed, they'll be in control of themselves with the level one. There'll be a house manager. One person will be kind of designated as the head of household, you might call it. But they will have to self-resolve.
Yeah, we don't take care of their meds or anything. So on level one,
It's self-governed.
It is, it's self-governed, but for lack of a better term, we vet everyone that comes in. So we pick one, for lack of a better term, to be a house dad. There's chores that have to be done, and the guys will have to take on responsibilities.
Yes.
So, slowly but surely bringing these guys back into reality. But when the day comes that they launch out, and then the real world hits, and because rent has gone crazy. So I think that $375 per person is fair. Yeah.
And we'll connect them to resources for employment as
Absolutely.
well. A lot of times when they're coming out of jail, they already have a job. But we also, our goal is to upskill So look for resources and training. His background is construction, so he can bring in that training. We also have an electrical contractor that goes to our church who's offered his expertise as well in training. So we can start moving the upskill training so they can move into something
A little more
beyond
substantial.
what they may have started coming out of.
And what'd you say the house cost to actually build?
To actually build, our goal is 450,000, that's complete.
And what would one of them septic system actually cost?
Probably for a mound system, and the question is with 8 people using that facility, that's the only question that I have. Do they have to upscale this for a mound system? I doubt that the property would probably pass as far as like a soil sample. It's possible, but the way that it's laid out, I don't know that we can necessarily fit it all in the way that it really needs to. So a mound system would be the resolve. And I don't know if we have to go to a larger size for 8 people for both units to be put into the one. So normal, right around 35,000 is where they start.
Mound system.
A mound system, yeah.
But it could be upwards of.
It could be. We could be upwards close to 50 by the time we're done with that. Yeah.
But you still think 450,000 overall is where you're at?
That's furnished.
And you've got 150 of that already taken care of with the property price, so you're looking at 300,000. Is that
No,
what
the
I understand
150
that?
is what that was not
They
included
paid
in the
that.
450.
That's not building the
Okay.
house.
The 450 builds the house. We've already
450 builds the
put in
house, furnishes
150.
Gotcha.
I'll invite y'all to the ribbon cutting.
That would be great.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it's, I applaud you for thinking far enough ahead that, your operations will be covered without additional assistance from the county or the city. Has the city worked at all with you?
We are not in city limits.
We are in the county.
So we are being outside the city limits, we're not able to ask for those funds.
Yeah. And we're working hand in hand with the sheriff on the men that have gone through all the programs, and the
Right.
programs that they offer have been phenomenal. They have already some great success rates for men not coming back, the revolving door back inside.
What
We have
happens?
some graduates attending our congregation as well.
Yes, we do.
Currently.
And what happens is they oftentimes have to leave the community and become disconnected with the community to reintegrate. And our goal is to keep them here so they can reintegrate into their community. The place where they live, the place where they built their resources.
That they feel like it's home.
And we can help them reintegrate into.
Yeah, we don't want to do
Hancock County.
institutional style. This is going to be literally a living place. This is going to look like home. And that's the mindset we want them to step back into. I could throw bunk beds in and put 4 guys in a room, and then that's not the goal. The goal is that there's a max of 2 men per space. And so there's 2 of the men going to have a room to themselves. But I want that mindset to come back. And for the men to realize this isn't a right to come here. Privilege. Don't blow it. We've already got some game plans in for some conversations with the men and so on. But we're excited about it, and the church is on board, full support. And again, our congregation takes up some of the lag. As the men come in, they have nothing. So food, clothing, things that nature, toiletries, we're already in process and ready to start the process of.
Any other questions?
Yeah.
Sheriff,
he's.
I don't have much to add, honestly. I just wanted to add a quick story. Actually, over the weekend, I spoke with one of my inmate workers. He's the laundry guy. He's due to get out of jail here soon. He experiences addiction. I mean, that's what he's here for. But he's working through all that. So I asked him when he left what his plans were, and he said, well, I'm from Indianapolis, but I really don't want to go back there. And what we kind of teach them is that you can't go back to where you came from unless you really want to get back to where you were doing. And so he said, he goes, what I'd really like to do is I'd like to live here. So what that means is we're doing good. And for him to want to be here, I think this transitional piece, coming out, learning what he's learned inside there, but be able to stay here would benefit him in the long run. So that's just.
So you, as our sheriff, would not mind him being here?
Absolutely not. You know, and you got to understand, you know, going through that and being there and listening to them, you got to understand the trauma that they've been through. And, you know, 80% of the people that come through that facility are not bad people. They just took the wrong direction. And so if you can get them well, you can get them healthy, get them past the trauma that, you know, they've dealt with their entire lives and how the environment that they were, you know, brought up in, you know, they're not bad people. And, you know, we teach them skills to do better. We teach them skills to get jobs. And, you know, I have no problems with them staying here and being a successful person inside this community to pay taxes like anybody else. So that's just my two cents part of it, because, you know, it kind of impacted me when I spoke with him over the weekend. So.
Well, we're really
Thanks.
lacking for the gentleman in the county.
Sheriff, could I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm just curious about the programming of it. I know that you had said that you're already working on conversations that need to be had with your residents. Is that the programming and the kind of the training that you're going to, or the assistance you're going to be giving them, do you have things in place already? Or are you going to be working with the sheriff?
Yeah.
That's our next step, is we're going to be meeting directly with the team, finding out exactly what goes on. So we are continuing that program on the outside as well. So that's our next meeting, is to meet with their. There's going to be somebody there with them then during that whole time. They're just not going to go live in this establishment
They
on
still
their own
have-
without their.
We still have counseling sessions where we meet with them, group and things of that nature.
And there are still requirements oftentimes when they're coming out. Yes. From the legal standpoint.
Yeah, they may be on probation.
They could be on probation. So, you know, my jail navigation team, you know, as individuals get to the point to where they're time to exit the facility, you know, we work with them to make sure they have appropriate places to go, a sober living location, to fulfill and can continue on with the rehabilitation. That's what we work with the hospital and their justice system, and having them come in as well to find those transitional housing. We utilize transitional housing for you know, male and female throughout Indianapolis, because that's where they're at. We use TK for the female. We just don't have a male, you know, place in Hancock County, which would benefit our navigation team to be able to transition those into our community, to be able to continue on with where they were at and what they're doing. And so I think there's a benefit, you know, to being able to have that local transition, and then continue on with you know, whether it's their, you know, more recognition, their therapy, what they're doing, that can be transitioned into there if they need to, if they modify out. So there's just a lot of things I think it can be done, transitioning out of the facility into a facility like this, like we do TK, for a male location. So.
Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Anything else from us?
No, sir. Thank you.
500,000. You go for that?
Yes, I'd go for that.
Okay. Okay.
And then, quickly.
Remember how much that was?
The 10,000 was for the lady in
So
South Bend.
that's
VR.
money that comes out of that total.
But
And we
I
have-
think when the council put this request together, they had crunched the numbers to make sure.
They brought it up at their last meeting that they failed to remember that 10,000. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm. For how much we have on hand.
Well, we can give 100. Or you're right. I know what you're talking about. Let's wait and see. So Scott, I think our consensus amongst the commissioners is, while the council made a favorable recommendation to give each group $300,000 that we really lack in our community a men's group. We don't want to forget the TK Women's Group at all, but the commissioners would like to see the bulk of those funds go to funding the building of this men's transitional house. Are we within our right to say we would like to see $500,000 of that money go to the Greenfield Church of God and their building project, and then the remainder, $100,000 to go to?
I think what you would do is you'd make a motion that not agreeing with the recommendation that was made, but a contingent, said earlier, on first would do that. And say, don't agree with that allocation. Here's how we would like to have the allocation. And you are the ultimate authority. Funds are allocated. Of course, the council has to, that they would consider what. So that's how you should proceed.
So do you want to go ahead and make that motion that we're not in agreement?
I'll make a motion to inform the council that we are not in agreement with their proposal, but we would like to recommend that the men's recovery house would get $500,000 and we'd give TK, $100,000. And I think because we got plenty, we serve everybody, that we can. We serve the kids, we serve the women, now we need to serve the men. So, but not forget about TK, so.
So I believe that was a motion. Can I get a second?
It was kind of a second.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other discussion with that? Been moved and seconded that we send information back to the council on the disapproval of their allocation request of $300,000 each, and that the commissioners request the allocation numbers be changed to $500,000 for the Greenfield Church of God and $100,000 to TK House. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it.
Clarification, that goes back to the council then for their approval?
They're the fiscal body, so
They spend, or they control the money.
Right, so we go back to them.
Yes.
They would.
You got to wait until the
Yeah.
you got to wait until the very end to ask.
Oh, I thought you were adjourned.
No, we're just finished with that right there, but then we've got some other little minor housekeeping things to go ahead and go through.
And if you have any questions about your applications, you're more than welcome to call either Sarah or myself at the auditor's office if you want to get along on that process.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Because I have to ask myself the question constantly. Where's your heart? Got to make sure it's in the right.
Well, it's a good thing for this season too. We need to prepare our hearts, for sure.
So,
Yeah,
you're very welcome.
yeah.
I got your number.
Agree with those.
Yes, they should. It does really make sense, though, because of the lack of a men's support unit, that we try to reinforce that, plus continue to give for the ladies as well, so we can continue to help both. You're welcome.
Travel safe.
Next item up on our agenda is the Hancock County Plan Commission certification for favorable recommendation, the I-3 rezone from Industrial Business Park to Agriculture in Buck Creek Township. Is there anybody in here
I-3?
from I-3? group? Is there any opposition at all? So this is from a matter that was tabled back, I think, more than 30 days ago for us to figure out whether we were in approval of changing this back to the ag zoning or to going forward with it. And I'm going to let each commissioner speak if they so desire on this, but we've got some points of consideration for this matter that this I-3 project, it's over near 300 West and 500 North. There was supposed to be the building of a warehouse or warehouses, and that was supposed to be done before the end of 2024, and it hasn't, and it just appears right now there was a breach of contract. So I'd like to list off some points that led us to this decision, that I-3 did not request any extensions prior to the expiration of the time to commence construction on December 6th of 2024 and complete that construction December 6th of 2027. They just recently began discussions with Hancock County after a long breach of the agreement for failing to commence construction by last December of 2024. They have given no consideration in exchange for the request of additional time. I-3 initially sought time to complete construction of a year to December 2028. And now in their proposed amendment, they want to start construction in December 2027 with completion in 2029 of December. They've really been inconsistent in their requests. And currently, it really gives us no reason to believe they're going to meet their obligations, even if we gave them an extension. And the commissioners aren't really responsible for the market changes that some of these developers are under. We are here to serve the constituents of our community. So I don't think they really have any justification for the breach. And in my own humble opinion, it would be right for us to go ahead and ask that zoning that they have right now that's industrial business park to be set back to agriculture.
I would make a motion that we rezone back from industrial business park to agricultural in the Buck Creek Township.
Can I add something? What about the foundations and all that kind of stuff that are out there?
So go ahead and you can share that story.
You know, I approached them this spring as a request to get rid of all the cement out there, the cement foundations and all that kind of stuff. And they said, we'll work on that. We'll give us a couple of weeks or whatever. A couple of weeks went by and they're still there. And that was months. So how do we get rid of those? I mean, are they required to come in and get rid of those or leave them as it is?
We can discuss the legal implication of that.
Okay, all right. I will second your motion.
And Sarah, they were notified to come to this meeting as well, correct? Okay.
Now, that was the other thing I wanted to confirm.
So let the record reflect that the county sent an email to the I-3 people, Matt Dickerson responding in the positive that he would be here for this meeting, and so far today he's not contacted anybody to say anything any different. Okay, so now there's this motion on the floor.
Second.
To take the I-3 properties from industrial business park back to agriculture in Buck Creek Township, and it's been moved and seconded. No other discussion, I believe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nays, the same sign. Let the record reflect all three commissioners voted in the affirmative to change this property zoning back to ag from industrial business park. And that ends our just general agenda. Now we're going to go on to action items on our list.
I make a motion to approve claims and payroll.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We approve claims and payroll as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Auditor?
I just have something that Bernie needs to discuss with you.
What, you're letting him speak for you now or what?
He just texted, all my auditor business is done, so.
As you know, they're remodeling the prosecutor's office. They're wanting to move one of their divisions to the new space. We don't have connectivity back there for network connections. Well, I've worked with Nine Star. Nine Star can't get there till after the 5th. Contractor is there now. I don't know what they're doing, but nothing's happened yet. So we're proposing as IT, we can go in and run a cable from the front to the back to get them up and running temporarily. To know if that's okay with you to go ahead and do that.
But it won't be a permanent
It's not a
solution.
permanent fix.
It's
no.
temporary.
Okay. I can go with that.
I can deal with that.
Okay,
Right
all
ahead.
right, we'll have to get some cable and get it done. We'll get it done tomorrow, so.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bernie.
County Farm RFP, re-advertise. Make a motion to do that?
Yeah, I would like to just interject that Gary and I had some time with some potential bidders out there because we didn't have any, and they recommended Bid Prime.
Bid Prime.
Bid Prime. So I'm wondering.
So Bid Prime would be a place to go put our RFPs or RFQs
Exactly.
online to be able to.
And a lot of the people go to that site to actually.
Okay.
Yeah. There was one other one, and when I looked at it, it didn't seem as far-reaching as Bid Prime.
So,
And it's your desire that we continue to do the bids on, or advertise that and get some type of subscription with Bid Prime?
Get a quote, or at least maybe somebody from the company that might come and speak to us on that. If they
And
have
there
any.
is a way on, if you go to bidprime.com, you can set a meeting or call them, and you can get a free trial for 1 month.
Thank you. Do that
So
and get
if
back
we're
with
all
you.
in agreement on that.
So we'll look into, what about just send up a Teams call, so that way if you guys have any questions, you could do that?
Sure.
Sure.
Do that?
but we would like to get this on Bid Prime if we can.
Get this.
The re-advertisement for the County Farm
Oh, yes,
RFP.
okay.
We need to vote on that, or is that just,
Just probably a motion to re-advertise.
okay?
I make a motion to re-advertise the County Farm RFP.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to re-advertise the county farm RFP. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. And here's the real important item on the action item list. The December 30th joint meeting. If you're all in agreement, I don't have any issue why I don't think we can't carry our business over to the first meeting
I think we can.
of January.
I think we can. I'll make a motion to cancel our December 30th meeting and move all business to our first January 6th meeting of the new year.
Right, and notify the council of that too, so. is
And the paper and all that.
Yes, we
Any,
will.
any other
Please.
discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Sheriff, he's outside.
Disappear.
We can move that down and have him just.
Okay.
Somebody's coming.
Sheriff, do you have any input on your in-con cleaning contract?
I just submitted it. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it or not. I know it's been a while. Get up to the mic here. I submitted it. I can't remember when I submitted it. It's a contract that I just need to renew. We've been using this company since we opened up the jail. It's a pretty vague contractor. I mean, there's not a lot in it. There is a termination piece to it. We do have the insurance information that I can provide. But it's just it's not like legal attorney type contract that you would normally say. You know, it's come in, this is what we do, we clean, and this is what you owe us. So, and then there is a termination, the 30-day termination if they're not performing, not
And it's a
Is
supposed.
two-year.
that usually, is that an annual and it just renews
Per cleaning, isn't
automatically?
it?
It's for cleaning the admin.
Per cleaning.
I'm sorry,
Per cleaning.
per cleaning, the cost,
Yes.
yes, per cleaning. And we clean once a week.
Okay,
On
and
a
you've been
Sunday.
using them all along?
We've been using them all along. They do a good job. I've talked to my staff. You know,
And-
they don't have a problem with it.
I don't have it here in front of me, but their cost went up this time.
A little bit, not much. I mean, $100 maybe.
Okay.
If that. But they do all the admin downstairs in the jail. They do the admin upstairs above the jail. They don't do any of the secured part of the facility whatsoever. Inmate workers do that. So.
Okay.
So I mean, they got quite a bit of square footage to cover. And like I said,
And you're satisfied with the work they do?
yes, yeah. I would not be here with a contract if I was not. I just did this. It hasn't been a yearly thing on the contract signer, but they wanted to redo it because the cost went up a little bit. But I just did it for the year just because I'm only going to be here for a year. And so I didn't want to extend it farther than that. Somebody else could make different changes.
I don't see any issue with that at all.
Okay. It's like I said, it's
I'm
pretty.
assuming they have insurance.
They do, and I do have the certificate of liability and forms for that, so.
Okay. I make a motion that we approve the contract between the Hancock County Sheriff's Department and Icon Cleaning Janitorial Services as presented.
Second.
There's been a motion on the floor to approve a cleaning contract with the sheriff. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And real quickly while I'm up here still, I got one more thing. It just came up yesterday. Sorry. And so a few months back, I don't know how long back it's been, I came to you and mentioned about Greenfield Central having a police department and them maybe interested in purchasing one of our old police cars.
Okay.
We've kind of come to an agreement with one of our cars. It's got 90-some thousand miles on it. It's a 2019 Tahoe. It was the one that at one point in time Misty was using over at Homeland Security. She returned that back.
Is that the one with the bad transmission?
No, well, it doesn't seem to be having one. I mean,
It was a 2017,
okay.
wasn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this one seems to be fine. If it's got
Okay.
a tranny, we'll figure that out, but I don't think so. It looks like it's in decent shape. We've come to an agreement, they're willing to pay $19,000 for it.
And what's the market value?
About that.
About that?
It's about that. Now, it's got some lights and stuff in it, but the lights, we can't put them in anything else, so I just kind of, other than throwing them away, we just left the lights in it, and we just said we would agree upon the 19.
So,
So basically, just, all I need is to surplus this, 2019. I have the title. Sarah was able to get it early this morning and get it to us. And then that way I can work out the pay.
okay.
Make a motion that we allow Sheriff to surplus his 2019 Tahoe and come into agreement with Greenfield Central School Corporation to purchase for $19,000.
Second, and that last four of the VIN number is 3412. So I second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any other discussion with this? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Thank you.
Okay, that's,
I'll make a motion that we agree to the contract for hiring a educator, director for solid waste. We have the contract here, and I make a motion that we allow President Bill Spalding to sign it.
Just one quick thing on that. Under the benefits section, we did make it clear she was not going to be
Yes.
having benefits, but there is the one sentence pertaining to her hours and her vacation time, that was the only thing that I was like, okay, is that something that the board, solid waste district board still wants to do? Do they want to, or is that something they wanted to be flexible? So,
Well, this reflects her current salary is what it does.
yes,
And,
but we want to make sure that her status is independent contractor.
yes,
Right.
and she is, and she wants to.
Yes.
So,
I just want to make sure that that part of it isn't exercising too much control by saying, well, you're only going to have so much vacation time and that.
As long as you think it doesn't establish her as a permanent employee versus a
Exactly.
contractual employee.
Yeah.
If your belief is that this still keeps us where whatever would happen, she'd be considered a
Right.
contractor.
And that's
then I
why I'm
think-
bringing that part up. Now, the only other thing about it is she hasn't signed it yet.
True.
It's going to be signed today.
Okay.
But I'll get it to her, and if there is going to be a revision or something, we might just initial that.
Okay.
Technically, we're not paying her vacation. We're just taking her
Just getting.
salary and spreading it over
her
52
salary
weeks.
fee, dividing it by months. 5,000 and change, what?
And there was originally some discussion about her keeping track of her hours.
Yep.
That would be the only other thing I would add if you want me to. It's not in there right now, but.
I personally think she ought to keep track, and the reason being is that council always wants some justification when you come back, like, I need more money because I'm doing more of these things. And
Right.
if you don't have the ability really to show what I'm doing per se, then that's a hard thing to
I
really.
could add those provisions.
So if you could add that.
Okay, well then.
I mean,
We could just approve this at the.
Contingent?
okay.
Then I would actually make a motion to approve the contract with our solid waste director / educator contract contingent on our legal representation to add the part about keeping track of your hours.
Yes.
Second.
All right.
Okay, there's a motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Make a motion to approve Amplify change order number 5. And that would be in the amount of $93,971.07.
Second.
Motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Are we accepting this? Is that what we're doing?
You don't have to sign it, you just have to make. There's a stack.
Oh, so, okay, all this. No,
No, it's not.
it's all in here, right? So they're all separate. For Duke.
Oh, the energy,
Yeah.
Oh, for Duke Energy.
Yeah.
I think it was just the Duke Energy was just a one-pager,
Access to the east.
Oh,
right, at a piece of property that looked like it was at 300 North and 500 West. I think it was the southeast corner property, right there.
yeah. But there's a few pages there. But
Okay.
There's 4 pages.
yeah, make a motion to accept an easement from Duke Energy, parcel number, 30-06-200-200-001.000-006.
We're granting access.
Granting the.
Oh, you're
easement.
granting access.
Granting the easement. Yeah.
Okay, as presented.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor granting easement access for Duke Energy. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
And I make a motion that we approve the request number 17 for Amplify. And that is in the amount for the educational center out to Amplify. An amount of $18,640.80 as presented.
Second.
There has been a motion and a second to approve disbursements number 17 from Amplify Hancock. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
And I would like to make a motion to approve the consulting agreement with our HR consultant, Kim Woodward, and Woodland Enterprises, starting as of today. Let's see. I think it was it $100 an hour? Is that what it was? Is that what it was?
Is that the new?
Yeah, HR. She signed it, we just need to sign it. As presented.
Let's see.
I was thinking it was $100 an hour.
$100 an hour.
$100 an hour, okay, that's what I thought.
It's, yes, yep, similar.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded, or excuse me, we have a motion on the floor for consulting agreement approval from our interim HR director. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
That's all I got in my folder.
We've got some bonds.
Animal control agreement.
Animal control? We've already signed off on that. Did council sign off on that yet?
Well, here's what transpired. So they had a couple questions about it. I addressed those with Gray Morlock, and I'm satisfied that this can be accepted and approved by you as presented in this draft.
So are they in agreement to it?
Well, I mean, it's your contract with animal control. And so the only two questions were, one on the permission to enter in to like the municipalities and so forth. And Greg Morlock explained they already have an understanding with every municipality. It's apparently in writing in some way, either by correspondence. So that alleviated that concern. The other concern he also stated was not something we needed to, and I'm convinced it's not an issue either. So with that said, I think it's the commissioners, as long as you are okay with this draft, then I am legally, and I think you should sign it because it's an agreement that you would sign.
Correct.
To start with. Certainly the council's, opinions were noted, and I did proceed to speak to about those.
Okay.
I'm satisfied that this is fine.
This is final.
Yes.
Okay.
I will be so happy.
I will make a motion that we amend the interlocal agreement regarding Department of Animal Management Service and to share the cost thereof. And that means cost of taking care of animal control throughout Hancock County. In the amount of $465,000 to be per year, or it's for this year. Hold on, we got something else. 2026, hang on.
Yeah, that agreement is,
No,
that is revisited every year.
Our cost last year was 465, wasn't it? This year, there's Hancock County should pay to Greenfield the sum of $488,250. But I've got a force provision separate. 2026, give me just a second and pay
Something
two
last
equal
year,
installments
432.
due.
We agreed to 465 this year.
That's this year.
Well, that was for the
For this
2026 calendar. Yeah, the
Yeah.
contract.
It's
for the
actually-
You've got two different
2026
sums here.
calendar year.
Or 2026.
You have two different sums.
65. number. It says Hancock County.
That we've always done. This
Oh,
is a
they got-
two-year
they
agreement.
got
Okay, that-
2027.
And,
Okay,
and I think that they were going with, I think, a 5%.
okay,
And, yes,
Okay.
and I'm good with that.
okay.
If you guys are good with that, I'm good with that.
Issue
Okay,
until we get all of
I'll
our
state that.
Ducks in a row, yeah.
Yes.
Make a motion that we agree, we sign this contract between Greenfield and us. First year, it's a 2-year contract. First year will be $465,000 for calendar year 2026. And the second year, it paid 2 different installments, but the second year, Hancock will pay the sum of $488,250 for year 2027, as presented.
Second.
Have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the amended interlocal agreement regarding Department of Animal Management between Hancock County and the City of Greenfield. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Does the council need to sign off on this agreement too?
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
got,
think so. There should, is there a signature?
there's a long signature page attached to that with us and,
But they don't normally sign off on contracts, so.
Right. I don't think that agreement requires
Okay.
their signature. If Greg put their signatures on.
okay. Sarah, there was supposed to be a resolution from the council. It is? Okay.
Okay.
It's not very pretty. I don't know what happened.
So do you want to use one of these for it? Because there's not one in here.
Well, there's not a new resolution. This one says county council urging, it's stating everything to the council.
I think we just have to give approval for them to use legislative services for their request. I'm not sure if that means that it's a total new resolution.
So when you contracted Legis, right? That on behalf of the county.
But they have to, well, they really operate technically underneath the.
Yeah.
So any group that uses them has to say to the commissioners, can we use legislative service for
So I
whatever
think
it may
this
be? And
resolution,
that's what the council,
and I don't have a copy of this. So this resolution is your original resolution when you hired them? Are you, so you think that you want to have some changes made to it? Is that what you want that in the body of the resolution to reflect that anyone utilizing Legis Group needs to
I think.
have your authorization?
I think all we have to do is just to approve their resolution, which it's a resolution of the county council urging the clarifying legislation be pursued during the 2026 legislation session in regard to the county's special local income tax rate for libraries.
But we just need to make sure that the libraries, their boards, and our Greg Garitas are all in agreement on how this should spend down.
I think they are, but this is, all this agreement really says is that the lobbyists that we hired can work for the council at the state legislature to do that. But I
That's
think
cool.
they are.
That's good.
They're already doing it.
Greg Garrett, Greg and Rhonda Cook and the council are all in agreement about where that potential tax should come from outside the rate, inside the rate.
Yes. So you do a motion to adopt it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Janine.
Okay, I make a motion that we adopt resolution number 2025-12-1, a resolution of Hancock County Council urging that clarifying legislation be pursued during the 2026 Indiana legislation session in regard to the county's special local income tax rate for libraries.
Second.
So there's a motion and a second on the floor for resolution number 2025-12-1. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Do we just want to sign?
What, we don't have to
Have
sign,
my
do we?
copy.
We don't have to sign it.
We don't?
Yeah, well, you can go, since she's already signed, go ahead and sign it all, and we'll just make sure that we have that, and we'll attach minutes to it.
As well.
I guess, in regard to what you were talking about, Bill, do you want like a process laid out in order, so that you know who's utilizing that, or, I mean, is that what you're looking for?
Technically, I think that's the way it should go. It's just, this is a more formal way of doing it through the council, and I think our legislative lobby says it's a cleaner look for them, and then they know where the work that they've done for.
So are you asking that they seek out authorization before they utilize them, or is this just a blanket
I
covering
think
it?
they should, because technically, the way they were hired in as lobbyists for the commissioners.
At a
We'll work
set
on an
rate
SOP.
plus-
Right.
We'll work on an SOP for that, because it does affect your budget, and you have a certain amount of money budgeted for their services, so if other people start utilizing
They
them,
need to
that
pay
could
for it.
affect you.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think on their end too, is that's where they probably want to be able to maintain, hey, do we have less service this year, or are our services the same, or, okay, we see this increase in use over time, now we really need to know whether we need to pick up some additional help to help the county.
Sounds good.
Scott, can I read into the record a text I just got from Mr. Dickerson, or should I save that?
Let's see what.
I just received an email, or excuse me, a text message from Matt Dickerson from I3 that just says, "Gentlemen, I've been traveling and missed the email for today's meeting. Our legal team just informed me of the vote. We'll be in touch." From Matt at I3 Investors. So I just wanted to add that to the record. Any other public comment? Wait for Scott has a.
Morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning.
I'm here to have some guidance on a
Okay.
issue that came up with an unsafe building we had in Spring Lake, the one that we demolished here a few months back. So the homeowner is under contract to build a new home. The builder was installing footings, and he hit the old footings of the house we tore down. In my contract with the company I hired to do that, it said that they were to remove and bust out all foundations. Well, they didn't. So now it's going to cost the homeowner more money to have his new builder remove everything. So I just need some guidance on where to go from here, because it's going to get.
You can't just call them up and say, hey, you didn't complete your job?
I certainly can do that,
That's
but.
what I would do.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
where
would
do
do.
Where do we stand though? Because I think you said too, we've already signed off on that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's all
It's
done.
met our
So,
satisfaction.
Well, they're in breach of your agreement because they didn't remove those.
okay,
So.
But they were buried, weren't they?
Okay.
So you couldn't see that they were still there?
that's right.
Okay.
And that's been his. So on Facebook, this all blew up over the weekend. You saw it all
I
too?
did.
Everybody.
Yeah, it
If
was,
it's on Facebook, it's got to be true.
it's all true. That's right. So just reading through those comments, yeah, the contractor's saying, well, the county signed off, they paid us, so they're all fine. Have I had a conversation with them? No.
I think I would have a conversation with them, tell them, hey, you buried the evidence. We couldn't see that they were there.
Right.
Now they've dug up the ground. Now it's there.
Right.
Here's what you agreed to in your contract, and obviously you missed it.
Right. So then,
They would be responsible for any additional cost that the homeowner is gonna have because they didn't pull them out.
okay.
So I would explain that to him, and then if I need to get involved,
I'm sure you will be involved.
okay.
We've got to get
Mr. Reason, do you want to come up to the mic and
Introduce yourself. Now you got to do it up here.
Roger Wilson. Sorry, Roger is a former Hancock County Commissioner, by the way.
Oh,
Blame me for that. One thought I had, are you sure that the foundation was not there even prior to the one that was, the house that was taken out?
Oh, like a 1900s house
Yeah.
or something? I have no idea.
That's a possibility before you get too far into it, but
That's what was left.
Have to look to see how many homes have been built on that exact parcel, I guess, or lot.
Better get the answer to that question.
So there's some pictures.
hard to tell from this, but that's a massive foundation.
That appears like it's probably not old. I
No,
mean, it's,
not with a concrete block.
yeah.
Thought,
Roger.
But with that much left over, goodness gracious, you couldn't have missed
Yeah.
that. You had to, in my opinion.
did you take any pictures when you went out to inspect?
These pictures? No.
No. When you signed off on it?
No, they were out there, I think, 4 days, maybe 5, and I'd go out there periodically and just see progress and talk with them.
That is a lot of concrete.
Yeah. So I guess I'll get a hold of the contractor, tell them that, they need to go remove it, or what? I mean, what leverage do I have?
well, their leverages are they're in breach of the agreement. That Hancock County will pursue legal action, and the contractor, I mean, the homeowner might also.
Right, okay.
So, they might join in that action. So they really need to notify their insurance company, probably. And I can take it from there. You and I can confer.
Okay. All right, well, I'll give them a call and I just,
Sound them out first.
yeah,
Let's make sure we have these are good photos, but let's make sure we have the evidence.
okay. All right.
George, before you get up, we've got just a little bit more to do. We just found in a packet. We're almost there.
What
The bonds. You
Okay,
wanna-
some bond accepting.
Okay, I didn't have it in there, so
Go ahead.
lead away.
Make a motion that we approve a cash bond deposit and accept it for R&F Development, Inc., located in Greenfield, Indiana. It is a performance bond in the cash bond amount of $44,000, dated 19 of November 2025. The document number is 628, and the COITUS number is 060984.
Second.
It's a motion and a second on the floor. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
Have another cash bond deposit and to accept, same company, R&F Development, Inc., located in Greenfield, Indiana. It's also a performance bond. The cash bond amount is $39,300, dated the 19th of November, 2025, with an expiration date of 19 of November, 2028, document number 629, COITUS number 060985. It's for asphalt in Rockfield Estates, Section 2.
Second.
It's another motion and second on the floor. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes.
A third cash bond deposit accepting under the business of RNF Development, Inc., located offices in Greenfield, Indiana. That's a performance bond in an amount of $15,000 even. The date the bond was posted was 7 of November 2025, and the expiration date will be 7 of November 2028. Document number 626 and coitus number 060907 for Rockfield Estates, Section 2, street signs and street lights.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Have another bond to accept. The principal is Specialties Company LLC. It is a maintenance bond in the amount of $9,353. Bond number 30259821. The bond date was 29th of September 2025, and the expiration be the 29th of September 2028. It's for Rockfield Estates, Section 2, cement stabilization.
Second.
A motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Another bond to accept, Principal Carnes, Inc., K-A-R-N-S, Inc., type of bond is maintenance in the amount of $7,884, bond number 2660742. The bond date was the 23rd of October 2025 with an expiration of 23rd of October 2028. This is for Rockfield Estates, Section 2, concrete curbs.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay. Another bond to accept from the principal of Floyd Krim & Sons, Inc. It's a maintenance bond in the amount of $9,900, bond number 441424R. The bond date is 22nd of October 2025, and the expiration would be the 22nd of October 2028. It is for Rockfield Estates, Section 2, asphalt binder.
Second.
Last bond. Motion on the floor and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Now, George, if you would like to come.
George, we've missed you so.
We almost sent out a search party for you.
I gave him a welfare call yesterday.
No, did.
Oh, yes, you did.
George Langston. First of all, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Same to you.
The opioid money that you're passing out, I think is a very good use for the money. The Amplify, the Education Center, I really think we did a real good job of making sure we're doing good on that. My next comment is my own personal opinion because I wasn't here for the public hearing. I haven't heard the comments or anything about this Justice Center. We have spent millions of dollars rehabbing the old jail over here. Probation hasn't even moved into the darn thing. And now we're discussing building a Justice Center. Last spring, I come before you because for pretty close to 45 years, this county's ignored a problem on the east side of this county. The east side of this county needs a water treatment plant to cover the contamination out there in Charlottesville. And we keep kicking the can down the road. It's got to be taken care of somewhere along the way. I know the people out there don't want it because it's going to cost them money, but it's a public safety problem, and it should be handled. Enough's enough. This thing started back in the mid-'70s when Senator Kreider, when he was with the DNR, made a report on this. I believe it was late 77 or 78. You can find these people over here, the sanitation engineers, are just waiting for this body and the county council to fund it where they can take care of this problem. And we need to do that. And if we can find $50 million or whatever it costs for the Justice Center, like I said, I don't know. But if we can do that, we should be able to do this out here.
Just for you know, I was talking to a Lana Barangazi just while we were at the conference up there. So it's not been swept under the table.
I'm not saying you're sweeping it, I say
But I mean,
it's being ignored.
we're thinking about it. We
It's
are.
not being ignored, and
It
I've
is
had
not.
conversations with her as well, George. And you know, I live out there,
Yeah.
not so much in Charlottesville, but that is part of my district.
I understand.
And I too have spoken with her on several occasions, and that is at the top of my wish list. So she has been very helpful in trying to figure out how we could move that forward.
Okay.
So it's not gone unnoticed. I know you mentioned it. We've been talking about
Yeah.
it for a couple of years anyway. You know, and then on the Justice Center, as fast as this county is growing, we are outgrowing every space so quickly. And the courthouse is becoming more and more expensive to fully maintained. Judges yesterday, it was 60-some degrees in their offices. They have to buy gloves with no fingers. So, you know, our courts are outgrowing themselves. And it's hard to provide court security within an area like that. We're working towards that too. This is not something that's going to just poof happen. I mean, you know, we've learned through building our new jail that we have to do our due diligence, and that's exactly what we're doing right now.
Well, I just,
But we are talking to this gal. I mean,
okay.
this lady
Actually,
says.
that's been ongoing too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
Because I
Need
was
to get
involved
some
with
kind
that.
of help from the state to help build something like that?
We will reach out anywhere we can to get the help. Right now, we just hadn't done it.
That's all.
Well, there is a revolving fund that I think Jim McGough at I'm not sure if it's what his title is, but in an area that deals with water, you know, where you can get some matching grants for your communities. And there are ways that I think the county is trying to work along with Nine Star and functions with that water, that when we get some costs back, that eventually they're going to catch up and help us build that water treatment plant.
I think we should be protecting having the ground.
I would be concerned about saying contamination right now with anything, because IDEM has not come and told us anything's contaminated.
Well, they haven't
Haven't
done, they haven't done another study since like 21 was the
Yeah.
last time that they did a study. If I
Even heard
if I
from our
remember
county
right when I
sanitarian.
presented to you guys that stuff. That was the latest study I could find, but like I said, it's just been so long sitting out here, and it just seems like nothing's being done. The last time they tried to do something was in 93, the county.
Yeah, when I was talking to this lady, I mean, she's actually been pushing it herself.
Yeah.
She's been reaching out to us and all that. So we're working. I mean, we just try to do what we can do. But, I mean, this started long before this board ever had it. So, I mean,
This has been a few years in the works,
Yeah.
actually.
It has, yeah.
so we are working.
I got one other question, and it involves what you guys did a little while ago with I-3, when you changed it back to ag. Does that change the value of the land?
Yes.
So it's gonna go back to agricultural prices instead of the,
Well, they probably already bought the land. They won't sell it for agricultural prices.
Yeah.
You can bet on that.
well, no, I'm just thinking about taxes and all that kind of stuff. You know, here we are paying property taxes and all that kind of stuff. I hate seeing people getting a hell of a tax break on their land when,
They don't want that.
yeah.
I-3, they want to hold on to it, but at the same time, they're in breach of contract. That's why we do it.
Yeah, that stuff.
Did the right thing.
Anyway, thanks for being concerned about me. Trust me, the 17th, I was in no condition to come in here.
You made mention of that yesterday.
But, like I said, Happy New Year's and Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, George.
Thank you.
Any other public comment? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We adjourn our meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned for a year.
For years.